Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Las Lomas High School. It's the Battle of the Creek, the boys soccer edition, right here on Walnut Creek TV. Hello, everybody. I'm Anthony Schultz, and these two teams come into this game with totally different situations. For Northgate, it's been a struggle, just 2 wins so far, and they're really hoping some of their young guys can get up to speed as far as the varsity level is concerned, and they're hoping that next year some of their JV guys can come up and get this thing pointed in the right direction for the next couple of years. For Northgate, looking like a rebuilding situation. For Las Lomas, they are playing great soccer. They've got 6 wins already. They've won 4 straight. They are looking to make some noise in the NCS, and they're also looking to win the DFL championship. They are having quite a season so far. And let's look at the goalies now. Ben Miskowski-Lapping is going to be in goal for the Knights, and he is having a great year, and boy, they are red hot right now. They've been pitching some shutouts lately, and he's the kind of guy who can really sniff out those dangerous situations. They say he's got a real feel for the position. On the other side, Thomas Martin has been the usual goalie, but he has had some injury problems. He is a game-time decision if he can't go. We'll see Simone Valentini. He's been playing in his place and playing pretty well, and he's going to have his hands full tonight against that Knights offense. So come on back. We've got the Battle of the Creek right here on Walnut Creek TV.
I have been in the restaurant industry for a year and have a deep passion in creating spaces where people can come together and great food. I currently own and operate multiple restaurants, and including Doorsup Thai Kitchen in Walnut Creek, and focusing on bringing unique dining experience to the community. My goal has always been to create restaurants that feel welcoming, memorable, and rooted into the local culture. Salsa has always been a special part of the downtown Walnut Creek dining scene, and when the opportunity came up, so to take over, I know is what the right move. It's had a great history and royal following, and I want to honor that while also bringing fresh energy, revital menu, and a renewal focus on hospitality. Doing a business in downtown Walnut Creek has been a very positive experience. Walnut Creek is a vibrant city and a strong sense of community and support for local businesses. The city staff are approachable, responsive, and genuinely want business to success, which make a huge difference for operators like me. Outdoor dining has become such an important part of how people enjoy restaurants. I want to give guests a beautiful, comfortable space. It also adds to the energy of the downtown area and creates a more lively, inviting atmosphere. The city of Walnut Creek made it easy by providing clear guidelines, quick responses, and strong support from start to finish. Being the first of receiving the Parklet grant was exciting. It felt like we were helping pave the way for other businesses to enchant outdoor dining downtown.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Las Lomas High School. This ball game is just about ready to start. Taking a look at the Diablo Foothill standings, Clayton Valley with that 1-0 record overall, 7-0-1. And for Las Lomas, they've won their first league game. It was against the Dons as they beat Acalanes. And they come in with an overall record of 6-2. And down the list, you're going to see Northgate. They tied their first game. They tied that game with the Red Devils. They come in at 2-5-1. And they're really trying to pull off the upset here tonight. Las Lomas in the burgundy with the gold stripes, and Northgate in the whites. And we saw the end of the JV game, a 6-0 final, as Las Lomas JV took care of the Broncos JV squad. So just about getting ready to start here. And he told me that Thomas Martin was going to be a game time decision for Northgate. And I've got a bit of a problem. I'm not sure if that is Valentini or Martin in goal for the Knights. All right, this one going down, and I think it's going to be Martin, I believe, making the grab on that one as this ball game is underway right here on Walnut Creek TV. Battle of the Creek, boys soccer edition. This one is going to go out of bounds. Northgate, that rebuilding situation. Hopefully get things on track. They've got a new coach. There's a battle for it down the sideline. And tripped up right there. It looked like he may have touched the ball with his hands. And they are going to award this to the Knights as they get it back in. Oscar Chacon, the first year for him as head of the Knights. And boy, things going real well lately. They've been absolutely dominating teams of late. 3 of their last 4 games, they've shut out their opponents. Scoring a lot of goals as well. Oscar had the freshman last year. He did that for 2 years, and before that he was an assistant coach for the College Park freshmen. Here's one down the corner. Here's that centering pass, and this is going to go through everybody. Out of bounds it will go, and the Broncos can throw this one in from the sideline. Clayton Valley Charter having a very good year. 7-0-1 coming in, as I said. But, of course, now league play has started, and this is where it all counts as far as who's going to win the league and who's going to be bringing up the rear. Certainly the Eagles playing some great soccer. This one goes back to Martin. And the Broncos playing with it in their own end. If they can't get some offense going. Kick back, and now the Knights have it. Knights offense been playing real well of late, like their defense. I mean, some of the games that they're playing, it's talking about 3-0, 3-1, 4-0, 4-1. They've been really putting some serious distance between themselves and their opponents. Miskowski Lapping handling this one, getting it out to a teammate. This one bounces around. Kai Nato of the Las Lomas Knights having a really good year, scoring some goals for them. Knights trying to stay on this roll and been playing so well lately, but now that league play has started, it gets a little more serious. And this one over to the side, and I believe that's Thomas Martin playing the ball. Miskowski Lapking, one of the captains of this team, one of their leaders. And this one headed right back to him, and Ben's got it in the box. And you got to be figuring you're going to see some fireworks here as we get going, because these Knights have been scoring a whole lot of goals, especially of late. And giving that one a good kick is Maddox Zarkui, getting that back to the middle of the field. Maddox, a technical defender, really smart on the ball, very composed and controlled. And Coach Chacon, and with some of these guys, he's really got a philosophy that he's trying to play, and really it's been about a lot of guys kind of playing positions that they haven't played before. If they played outside, if they played up high, might want them to play inside, maybe down low some more. So he's asking some guys to play differently than they normally have as this one goes out of bounds. I believe that's Oscar in your screen right there. Giving that ball a kick as the Knights will throw it in. Just underway. About 4.5 minutes into the match so far. And so far, nobody has really threatened to score. And that midfield. And here come the Knights back the other way. And coming out of the goal is, I believe, that is Thomas Martin. Both of them are listed as number 1, so that makes it real difficult. And this one going to go out of bounds. Trying to lead a teammate there. Trying to get the ball to number 18, Braden Shen, the freshman. A little too far for Braden as that one goes out of bounds. First league game for the Knights was that victory against Acalanes. First time out in league this year for the Broncos. They had a 0-0 tie with the Red Devils. So you got to figure the Broncos, boy, they look like a push right there, and they are going to, well, they didn't actually call that. I thought they were going to call a penalty on that one for that push, but they do not. Play on, says the referee. And here gets a couple of defenders looking for some room over on that far side. And oh, what a save! Shot and saved. And now the Broncos try to get it out of harm's way. But boy, that was really close that time. I'm going to see who that was who made that shot. But what a great save in goal for Northgate. If it's Martin, kudos to him. Boy, that was an almost point-blank range, and he just did get the arm up to get it away, and now the Broncos will just kick this one out of bounds. Number 12, Ian Baskerville, just kicks this one out, and I believe this is going to result in a corner kick for the Knights. See, we have a replay of that shot on goal by the Knights. Take a look here. Here it is. And look at that play. Just getting that left arm out is Martin to turn away the Knights. And they're just going to play this one in. Here's a centering kick. Somebody's trying to head it. One of the Northgate Broncos got a head on it. They come back the other way momentarily. Broncos trying to get the ball out of their end right now. And this one going to be out of bounds. So whistle blows, a couple of bodies hit the ground. And they're going to award this ball to Northgate. 7.5 minutes in this Battle of the Creek. These two teams will meet one more time this year. Still got a ways to go before we get to playoff time. League play having just begun on Tuesday night. All right, Broncos with it. Trying to get it out of their end of the field. It's been difficult here of late for them. Of course, no goals in their last game out. You got to figure the Broncos real hungry to get on the board here. This one is centering pass, and nobody home as this one goes out of bounds. My buddy Matt's showing me the Dodgers starting lineup. That big signing of Kyle Tucker. Hopefully the Dodgers, it wasn't that long-term deal. All right, Broncos still trying to get it back to their end of the field. Now the gentlemen start running, switch ends. Broncos on the move. Get it outside and trying to get it over into the corner. Broncos with a centering pass. That one knocked away. And over there with that centering pass was Robbie Magia, the junior forward. But it was interrupted by a Knights player who got a leg on it. And now here's a throw in from the side. A battle for it there. It's going to go out of bounds over the end line. Let's see if this results in a corner kick over here for the Broncos. I think that was last touched by the Knights before it went out of bounds. So we'll have our first corner kick of the game. And it comes at the 30-minute mark. So Magia with the corner kick. Here it comes. lofted, headed away by the Las Lomas Knights. Still battling for it. Now we have a whistle, and they'll award this ball to Las Lomas. So Northgate with that first corner kick of the game. Really not a major threat as the Knights were able to head it away very quickly. We've had the one shot on goal and the great save by the Broncos so far. Now the action moves down into the Northgate end of the field. Looking for a centering pass here. He's dodging around, but taken away by the Broncos. Really picked his pocket that time. Knights looking for some room. Bodies hit the ground. And the whistle, and that is going to be against the Broncos. Battling for it down over there on the side. And this one will go in favor of the Knights. And Nathan Stern going to kick this one goalward. Nathan, insanely technical player. He's been big with his assist to Kai and others. And that one nearly goes in, and this one kicked away by the Broncos at the last moment. That time the Knights had the ball right in front of the goal, and that was another close call for Northgate, but the Knights turned away. So Stern has also been able to score some goals himself, but he's been a big part of this offense, and now a player gets knocked down. This is going to go against the Knights, and the Broncos will take over. Now that one gets away just a little too far. The Knights have it back. Here come the Broncos toward midfield. Looking for some room. It was Magia again, still working with it, number 11, and he is going to go back to his goalie. Broncos coming up the sideline, fancy move, but runs right into a defender. Right in the path that time was number 26, Kai Nato. And just when he turned, when the offensive player for the Broncos turned upfield and was looking to make a move, there was another defender right in his way. Backing him down, some fancy footwork there. Boy, taken away by the Broncos, and back the other way comes Northgate. And that is Josh Sheehy with the ball, lost it momentarily. And Magia had it and had it kicked away from out of bounds it goes. It will belong to the Broncos, but a good job by the Knights to break up what was starting to look like a fast break going the way of the Broncos. Roy Magia battling over there on the sideline. This one kicked out of bounds. And maybe last touched, however, by the Broncos, so the Knights will take over. Approaching the 26th minute here of the first half. No score so far. Anthony Schultz with you. Walnut Creek TV and the Battle of the Creek, the boys soccer edition. And the Las Lomas Knights red hot right now, trying to keep things that way. And the Broncos just absolutely looking for the upset. This one is going to go out of bounds. Broncos to throw it in. Braden Shen to do the honors for Northgate. This one pinballs around. And now the Knights come out with it. They've got some numbers going the other way. There's a ball loose, headed back toward the Bronco goal. And are they going to call offside here? There's a whistle stopping play. I thought that last defender was still far enough back, but the Knights were hoping to get something going there, but I think they're going to award the ball to the Broncos. Could have been an offside call there against Las Lomas. But boy, that was close. I really thought that last defender had to be completely up While that deepest offensive player was past him when he received the ball, it didn't look like that was the case, but offside the call nonetheless. Here's Ben coming over. He's going to outlet to a teammate over here, and the Knights trying to come back the other way. No score here. Inside now the 25th minute of this first half. Knights looking for some room. Not able to make any progress with the ball, getting it downfield right here. They boot this one crossing midfield. Broken up by Northgate. The Broncos sending it back the other way. Now, Las Lomas kind of still figuring some things out. How they're exactly going to play some of these players. I told you they want these guys to be versatile, not to be set in just one position, but maybe as time goes on, Coach Chacon is going to kind of figure out what works best. And now, as they've now gotten into league play, this one kicked out of bounds by Northgate. Last touch at number 12, Ian Baskerville, the junior. And from the side, the Knights will have it. Equipment adjustment. I mean, somebody's tying their shoe. Oh, this one sent goalward and knocked away by a Bronco at the very last moment, but that was right in front of the goal again. That is the third time that the Knights have really threatened, but all three times they come up empty. Here's that throw in from the side, trying to get this one centered. There's kind of a swing and a miss that time, and the Broncos going to kick this one upfield. And Moskowitz lopping way out of the goal that time to send it down. Of course, Ben, the quarterback, the defense, and here comes the Broncos the other way. Broncos on the move. This one ahead, and the kick is going to be stopped by Moskowitz lapping. Boy, able to get a left foot on that, but not with much power. And it looked like, is that number 25? Let me see. This one's out of bounds. I think it's Mateo Gian Gregorio who had that kick, that shot on goal, but he wasn't able to get a whole lot of steam on it. Let's take a look at that replay, and that is the closest they have come to goal. Actually, it's going to be number 9 on that one. That's Josh Sheehy, the senior forward, and he just wasn't able to get a whole lot on it, and Ben was right there to clean it up. So both teams with a shot on goal. The Knights have had that ball in front of that goal in a perilous situation 3 times and come up empty. Just once now for the Broncos, and they are turned away as well. So we got some serious action right there. The Broncos able to get that ball running up the field. And now this one kind of mishandled by Northgate. Shen couldn't handle it over there on the sideline, so the Knights are going to get to throw it in here. Deep in the end of the Broncos. Can they make something out of that mistake? Trying to keep it in, and now this one will go out of bounds, and the Broncos will throw this one in. So Moskowski lapping. What a great shot stopper he is. You saw that last one, but that was probably one of the easier chances that he'll have. Now another whistle stops play, and the Broncos will take over. He really knows how to read the game. Just has a good feel for it. I told you about he handles those dangerous situations, and you know he saved the Knights a couple of times this year. Also a vocal leader for the team. Broncos with this one, trying to move upfield. And he had a save versus YV following a Las Lomas penalty. And this one, the Knights, there's the kick, and this one knocked away again. Thomas Martin, I believe, making another great save, his second of the game, and getting kind of a congratulatory handout there from Ibrahim Saad, number 25, and well-deserved. Take a look at the replay here. There's the chance. There's a left foot, and there he is knocking it away, coming out of that goal area to make that play. And, boy, that one, that looked like the Knights were going to get a goal on that one, but he is turned away by Bronco goalkeeping, and now a corner kick first of the half for the Knights, and nobody can get ahead on this one, and the Broncos able to get it out of there momentarily. Here it comes again. Knights looking for some room, and now we have a whistle that stops play. So each team has had a corner kick. A couple of shots on goal for the Knights so far. One for the Broncos, and those two for the Knights, boy, they really look like those were going to be goals. Thomas Martin able to make the save both times. And there's a whistle, and we'll change directions again. So that's a save against YV that was following a Las Lomas penalty. Yet he made a great save and was able to keep the Knights in the lead. This one bounces up, and Ben's going to be able to handle this one. So Ben was really telling me that it was a sort of a game-saving save because the Warriors would have tied the game at that point, would have had the momentum, but Ben was able to make the great save and help preserve the win and the lead for the Las Lomas Knights. This one down the sideline. The Broncos giving chase. This one's going to go out of bounds over the end line. And the Broncos will have possession. Oh, Martin boots this one forward, up and over the head of a Knights player, and this was untouched as it goes out of bounds, so the Knights will have it with the throw in on the side. And there are the Broncos just nubbing that one out. It's Ian Baskerville, number 12. Just trying to break things up. Still no score here in this Battle of the Creek Boys Soccer Edition right here on Walnut Creek TV. This one going to go out of bounds. Looks like it will belong to the Broncos. Now inside the 17th minute of this first half. A couple of good action plays so far. It's been the Knights with the close calls, turned away by Bronco goalkeeping here so far tonight. Broncos up ahead. Battle with this one on the sideline. And out of bounds it goes. It'll still belong to the Knights. Ryan Summers, the head man at Northgate. He's in his first year as the Broncos head coach. 5th year with the program. He's been an assistant with the varsity. And he's also been the JV head coach. And body's hitting the floor, and the Knights looking for a penalty. And it looks like they'll get one. They'll have a chance to throw it in from the side. And now a direct kick up coming here for the Knights. Got some ground to cover, however. Now the bodies gather in front of the goal. And the Knights getting set to let fly here. Here it is, up ahead. And this one headed away and then knocked away by the Broncos. One of the Knights got a head on it, trying to see who that is. Was that number 15? Might have been Jackson Minor, number 15, who got the head on it, but then there was a Bronco also got a piece of it to send it out of bounds. And now another corner kick upcoming here for the Knights. That'll be their second of the half. Here we go. Out in front of the goal, knocked away. And the Broncos able to keep this one from finding the goal. There's them driving in. Cluster of players right now, finally headed back the other way as the Broncos trying to clear this one. Having a tough time doing it, and this one went right by one of the Knights. And it's going to end up with Thomas Martin of the Broncos. So 3 corner kicks so far, 2 for Las Lomas in this first half. All right, body hitting the ground, ball kicked out of bounds, and the Knights will get a chance to kick this one. Ryan Summers, a Las Lomas grad back in '96. And I think we have a situation where the Las Lomas coach went to Northgate, and the Northgate coach went to Las Lomas, and there's going to be a penalty, and this is going to go against the Knights. And we're going to turn around and go the other way. So apparently the Knights guilty of tripping of some sort there as one of the Broncos hit the ground. Talk about Northgate kind of in rebuilding mode. Trying to get the program back up to speed. And they had 26 kids in the MLS Next program. And not that they're totally unable to play high school soccer, but a lot of them do not. This one knocked out of bounds. So that really can hinder your progress when so many of the guys are playing at those club teams. And a lot of the guys play club and also high school, but Coach Summers was telling me he had a lot of guys out there, and you know, the MLS Next tournaments, well, they happen during the high school soccer season. So a lot of those guys not able to participate in Northgate soccer. Here come the Broncos the other way. That was nicely played by Northgate. But they just can't seem to clear it. Here come the Knights again. This one right in front of the goal. And knocked away. Nice defense there. As this is going to go out of bounds, but good defense right there to save a potential shot on goal. That was Ian Baskerville, number 12. Good hustle by him. And boy, the Knights looked like they had another really good chance. Unable to get that one. This one is going to be tossed in from the corner this time. Trying for that centering pass, and this one deflected, and then comes over to Martin. Approaching the 11th minute of this first half. Still no score here for Las Lomas High School. It's not typical of a Las Lomas Knights game. They've been pouring it on teams. They've been laying some whippings on their opponents lately. In fact, I believe their last 4 games, they'd only given up 1 goal in that period, and they scored at least 4, or at least 3 in one game and 4 in the other time. So they've been on fire of late. All right, Broncos trying to get something going here. The player turning the corner, kicking this one outside. Knights able to break that one up. Magia able to put a head on it. Broncos play it out. Trying to move this one goalward. This one goes across the field. Good look at footwork there by the Broncos, trying to get this ball upfield. Nice pass to the outside. Looking for a centering kick from Aiden Adler, but it's going to go out of bounds. And Adler looking, had his hands up as if to say, no call? Still in disagreement, but the Knights have it. But good looking ball movement there by the Broncos, but we're not able to get that centering pass. All right, Broncos throwing it in here. Oh, almost picking the opponent's pocket right there. This one racing down and is going to be hit by one of the Knights. But here's Martin to kick it back upfield and out of bounds. Got a 2-on-1 situation that time. And the Knights looked like they were going to get something going, but just not able to squeeze through those two defenders. In the 8th minute of action here in this first half. Still no score, and they're going to give chase to this one. Can they keep it in bounds? And racing hard at it. Now the whistles are blowing. Now it gets hit out of bounds. And now both teams are wondering who this was going to belong to as it went over the end line. Some really good hustle racing down the field there. Was that Wyatt August, number 5? Yes, it was. He was in full speed ahead going down that sideline, trying to keep it in bounds. Unfortunately, he couldn't. And Muskowski lapping will kick this one away here for Las Lomas. This one sent forward, racing down into the corner. A couple of defenders there able to kick it away. And racing down there for the Knights was Yusuf Assad, who just came into the ball game, number 9. Unfortunately, he was going against 2 defenders right there. They were able to knock the ball out of bounds. And Yusuf is going to send this one in here for Las Lomas. Broncos coming the other way, knocked out of bounds. I think that was number 10. It's hard to see some of the numbers on the backs of the Knights players. They got those stripes going down the jerseys. And whistles blow here. So Yusuf Saad will come out of the game. Wong will come into the game for Las Lomas as they pause action here while the Knights make that substitution. Kingston Tavita handling the ball there, number 4, and off to the side it goes for the Broncos. Trying to make that quick spin right in the middle, but just so many players bunched up. Looking for that centering pass. Comes back out on top and pinballs around. And now the Knights coming back the other way. To the outside it goes. And the Knights, good looking move right there by the Knights. And the ball taken away, nearly out of bounds. They're going to say it's still in bounds, and now it will go out of bounds. Kind of frenetically playing it right there for Northgate. It was number 26, and I do not have a 26 on my roster. But that was a really nice play by number 26. This one going to go out of bounds on the far side. Boy, body's hitting the deck here, and I think they're going to get Northgate with the push. As one of the Knights hit the deck that time. Ibrahim Saad going to the ground. Call goes against the Broncos. Now into the 5th minute here of this first half. We've had some action, but so far no goals scored. This one headed backwards. They battle for it there. Looking for that centering pass. There he comes. And diving out of the goal is Martin to rescue that one. Boy, that's that sort of special skill that goalies have to have, knowing when to go out, when to stay in. Martin was deeming that a dangerous situation. He went out and very aggressively able to corral that one before the Knights could get a shot on goal. Broncos looking for that centering pass. Kind of moving around in a crowd. When you get in that middle of the field, and there are just too many bodies right there. You want to try to get that to a teammate, but everywhere you look, there's a different colored jersey. They're going to get that ball on the side to try to get that ball aloft, try to get it centered in the goal, and see if one of your guys can't maybe get ahead on the ball and send it goalward. This one out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. Taken away by the Knights. Racing toward the goal. This one is open. Here's the shot, and this one is knocked away again. Thomas Martin gets a piece and prevents the goal. His 3rd save of the game. And boy, they have been at point-blank range. And take a look at the replay right here. There's number 20. There's the shot. Boy, there's Martin with that dive, this time getting the right hand on it to send it away, thwarting the chance of Kai Nato, who's been doing so well with the goal scoring this year, but unable to get that one. What a play by Martin in goal, and he's having himself a great night. This one's sent ahead. And certainly right now, if you had to say who's the player of the game, or at least the player of the first half, it's Thomas Martin in goal for the Broncos. 3 saves, and they have not been easy. This one sent away, unable to get it. Looks like they were trying to get it to Kai, number 26, and then too far. And now we've hit the 2-minute mark. So they'll keep the time on the field here as the scoreboard reads 2 minutes. We are in the last throes of this scoreless first half, but certainly not without action. 3 shots on goals for the Knights, and they've had other chances that looked like they were going to get chance at shots, and they were thwarted. 1 shot on goal for the Broncos as this one is knocked out of bounds by number 5, Wyatt August. So the action has definitely been down here at the Bronco end. Here's Martin coming out, and he's going to scoop that one up. Bearing down on him was Eli Schwartz, number 12, but unable to get there. Finishing up this first half here. Broncos trying to keep this in. Give themselves one more chance here before this half ends. This one knocked away. It's going to be out of bounds. And knocked away there by Kai. There's a push in the back as they jostle for position right there, trying to get the ball. And you can see where some of that contact comes in. You got to be subtle with it or they will blow the whistle on you. Here comes Northgate looking for one last chance. Good looking move right there. There is one sent, and it is going to be collected by Miskowski lapping. There's a shot on goal, but right at Ben, and he's able to clean that one up. Got a couple of saves, and both of them not particularly challenging to Ben. Little push in the back, and now they get a whistle. It was a late one, and actually that whistle is going to, I think, that's going to be the end of the first half, and it is. Well, let's see now. And that is going to be the end of the first half. I think the Broncos are asking the referee why that wasn't a foul on that last play, but that will do it. That is the end of the first half. No score here between the Broncos and the Knights. And stay tuned. We'll have the second half for you. The Battle of the Creek Boys Soccer Edition right here on Walnut Creek TV. Come on back.
I have been in the restaurant industry for a year and have a deep passion in creating spaces where people can come together and great food. I currently own and operate multiple restaurants, and including Doors Up Thai Kitchen in Walnut Creek, and focusing on bringing unique dining experience to the community. My goal has always been to create restaurants that feel welcoming, memorable, and rooted into the local culture. Salsa has always been a special part of the downtown Walnut Creek dining scene, and when the opportunity came up, so to take over, I know is what the right move. It's had a great history and royal following, and I want to honor that while also bringing fresh energy, revival menu, and a renewal focus on hospitality. Doing a business in downtown Walnut Creek has been a very positive experience. Walnut Creek is a vibrant city and a strong sense of community and support for local businesses. The city staff are approachable, responsive, and genuinely want business to succeed, which make a huge difference for operators like me. Outdoor dining has become such an important part of how people enjoy restaurants. I want to give guests a beautiful, comfortable space. It also adds to the energy of the downtown area and creates a more lively, inviting atmosphere. The city of Walnut Creek made it easy by providing clear guidelines, quick responses, and strong support from start to finish. Being the first of receiving the Parklet grant was exciting. It felt like we were helping pave the way for other businesses to enchant outdoor dining downtown.
Bro, I don't know. I honestly don't think we should have had Jessica drive.
Yeah, bro, Katie's gonna be so fun. It's so worth it right now.
I'm
Bro,
really in the
careful,
movie
be
right now,
careful,
dude.
bro.
This is awesome. Oh god, everything's so
14
moving
lot.
so
Bro, he's
fast.
stop sign.
Hello.
I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it. Oh.
Oh my god. It's act normal.
How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, officer.
Good. Hey, the reason I stopped you kind of rolled that stop sign back there. Do you have your license registration?
Yeah. That one.
Is that your license right there? In your hand?
Oh yeah.
If I could grab that from you real quick. And Nick, is it?
Yeah, Nick.
Nick, how much have you had to drink tonight?
I haven't had anything to drink.
Nothing to drink at all? How about you over there? Did you drink something?
Nah, I haven't drinking anything.
Because I'm smelling alcohol coming from the car. Is there a reason for that?
I haven't had any.
Nothing at all? Go ahead and come on out. We'll do some field sobriety tests, and we'll find out where you're at. Okay? Turn right here for me. See where my light is? Right here for me. Look where my light is.
All right, yeah.
See?
Right here.
Okay. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right.
Deep breath in, and blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's the thing, is you have to kind of recognize what it is you're drinking when you're drinking, and maybe call for a designated driver or a taxi, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right, back for the second half here at Las Lomas. A scoreless first half. Fresh 40 minutes on that second half clock as we get ready to start the second half. The Las Lomas Knights with 3 shots on goal, but played really, really well in goal for the Broncos by Thomas Martin, making 3 just great saves. A couple of saves on the other end for Ben Miskowski lapping, but not nearly as dangerous as the 3 on the other side. But the Broncos able to survive those and turn the Knights away on several occasions, not just those 3 shots on goal. Knights did have some other chances, but the Broncos able to thwart those opportunities. And we will begin the second half with a scoreless tie here from Las Lomas. All right, players on the field. I think the referees are ready to go, and there's the whistle, and the second half is underway. Broncos looking for the upset, and oh, what an upset it would be. 1 goal and 40 minutes away from that. And here's one right in front of the goal, and this one finally knocked away, and it looked like the Broncos had a good chance. And just the last moment, the Knights able to kick it away. The Broncos on the far side going to throw it in here. That was pretty close. Let's try to get this one out of their territory. Diablo Foothill League, Clayton Valley Charter at 7-0-1. That tie came in a game versus Cal. That game ended in a scoreless tie. It's 5 of their 8 matches, the Eagles have pitched a shutout. Tough to score against the Knights. Really tough to score against Clayton Valley Charter. This one goes out of bounds. And Martin will kick this one away. Ryan Clark, the Eagles goalie, giving up less than a half a goal a game. It is a long night for Clayton Valley Charter opponents. Not a whole lot of fun for the opposing offense. Yeah, whistle going to stop this one, and The Knights going to get it back in Bronco territory. Mount D, Red Devils 5-3-2. They won their first 4 matches. But last time out, first league game for Mount D, they faced these Broncos, and that one ended up in a scoreless tie. Well, the Broncos able to take down a pretty good team there, trying to take down and maybe even a better team here. Northgate did get a 2-1 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates earlier in the year. Pittsburgh usually has very good teams. There's a body knocked to the ground there. And so far, that 2-1 win for the Broncos over Pitt, their signature victory of the season. And of course, if they could get one against their arch rivals, that would certainly top it. Just a couple of minutes into this second half. Both teams looking for the game's first goal. Well, this one squirts through, and this one goes back to Martin. Boy, it looked like they're pulling each other right there. Here's one to the outside, looking to get that kick, but really broken up nicely there. Good defense by number 22, Babak Okravi. He made a nice play there to break up that last one. Down the sideline this one goes, and that's going to be out of bounds. Now D in this first 4 victories of the season, their first 4 games, that didn't include a 4-0 win over the Antioch Panthers. This one sent down that far sideline, racing for this one. The Broncos win the race there. This one will go out of bounds and will belong to Las Lomas. And Mount D, after winning those first 4, lost their next 3 in a row, scored just 2 goals in those 3 losses. So they had it going early, but things went sour as the offense evaporated. Martin able to kick this one toward midfield. Good looking punt right there. Oh, kicked away, and a beautiful move coming up the sideline. Centering pass. Nobody home. But boy, that was a very fine looking move and play. Looked like number 42. Am I reading that number right? I do not have a 42 on my roster. Boy, chasing it down in the corner, then stumbled a little bit. Racing down to the corner, but this one is going to belong to Northgate. So Akalanis. The Dons got a couple of losses and a tie in their last 3. That's following wins over Deer Valley and Lowell. Lowell out in the city. There's a body hitting the ground. This is going to go in the direction of the Knights. MLS season starts next month. I believe the MLS has now been around since 1996. I was looking it up. They were actually founded in 93, inaugural season 96. And back in 96, they had just 10 teams. They've got 30 teams now. And it continues to grow in popularity. Major League Soccer is just that now, Major League. A lot of teams in recent years getting their own soccer-only stadiums, or at least soccer-first stadiums. But they'll get underway in February, starting the newest MLS season. Here's some good-looking footwork. This one sent goalward. Handled by Miskowski Lapping. He has not really been threatened. He does have a couple of saves, but neither of those shots on goal were particularly frightful for the Las Lomas Knights, and been able to handle those pretty easily. The 32nd minute here of this second half, still no score. Boy, taken away nicely again. Looks like number 42. I don't have them on my roster, but a couple of nice plays. This one up and over the crossbar. Oh, the Broncos been making some moves, or the Knights rather making some moves, and this one was pretty close. Let's take a look here. There's that shot with the left foot, and right up and over the crossbar. Good looking opportunity right there for the Knights. Not officially a shot on goal, but boy, that got the crowd into it. Knights have threatened on several occasions, but they've come up empty. The Broncos, couple of shots on goal, a couple other chances that looked intriguing for a while, but for the most part, it's been the Knights creating most of that action, but the score remains 0-0. Broncos the other way, now looking to someone to pass the ball to, and trying to get that centering pass, unable to do so. Miskowski Lapping with his outlet pass to a teammate, but quickly taken away by the Broncos. Good looking footwork right there by Robbie Magia, number 11. Broncos trying to get something set up, and they're going to kick this one out of bounds. Kind of miss-hit right there. And they turn it over in their own end of the field, and now Las Lomas have a chance to throw it in. San Jose Earthquakes, they'll start their season on February the 21st as this one is kicked out of bounds. Way back when, the Quakes were known as the Clash. I had totally forgotten about the San Jose Clash. Same team, different name. Quakes kind of fell on hard times last year, finishing 10th out of 15 teams in that Western Conference in the MLS. This one goes out of bounds. And then quickly headed right back out of bounds. I told you about Oscar Chacon in his first season. He has a certain system you like to play. Always having to tweak things here a little bit. Kai Nato has been their most effective scorer. Great motor on Kai. We've seen that here tonight. Gives his all for however long coach needs him. That non-stop running. Very humble kid. Down to earth. And really anything at his feet, he's really good. He can take you one way or another. And the next thing you know, you're on the ground. And when coach was telling me this, it kind of sounded like he was describing Barry Sanders with all those moves. But Kai and the Knights not able to get on the scoreboard, at least not yet. Now into the 28th minute of this second half. Still no score, body hitting the ground, no whistle. Broncos have had one chance here in this second half. And some action going right in front of the Knights goal, but not able to get the shot. Here's one kicked way out of bounds. No score, no corner kicks here so far in this second half. Had 3 in that first half. Northgate had the first one, last 2 going to Las Lomas, but none of them particularly threatening. Yeah, this one's going to go across the end line. So it looks like it's going to be the first corner kick of the second half. And this one will go to the Broncos. Trying to pick up a number there. I think that's number 10. Anyway, here comes the corner kick for the Broncos. This one across the face of the goal, headed away. Still up in the air. Continue to battle for it. Knights trying to clear, unable to do so. And the Bronco, there's a shot wide right. That shot came from quite a distance away from the goal. Never really had a chance to go in. The Broncos get that first corner kick, unable to capitalize on that. And now the Knights will kick it back the other way. Into the 26th minute now. And a whistle stops play here. A couple of bodies banging around there. Not exactly sure what that call is. Well, in any event, the Broncos going to have a crack at it here at midfield. Kingston Tavita kicks it down the field. Back the other way comes Las Lomas, and quickly broken up there by the Broncos. Knights trying to keep it in the Bronco zone, unable to do so. Here comes Northgate down that far sideline. This one kicked the other side of the field, headed away by the Knights. Racing down the far side, trying to get that centering pass, but the defender's all over him. There's that pass. Off the chest, looped up. And now we're going to have, it looks like a penalty right in front of the goal, and they're going to say no penalty. One of the Knights players hit the ground pretty hard, but no whistle forthcoming. I thought maybe we're coming up on a free kick possibly there. Not to be. Knights still working with it. And Kingston kind of come on here and boot that one away. Nice sliding save right there for Kingston. Get some of the congratulations from his teammates. Able to keep the Las Lomas Knights from getting that centering pass, but it looks like they are going to get a corner kick. They are. That'll be the first one for Las Lomas here tonight. They do this one from the far side of the field. Now the players milling about. Here comes that corner kick. Up in the air, headed goalward and knocked away. Looks like Kingston got a foot on that one. Broncos unable to clear this one away. And too many defenders, and they take it away from the Knights right there. Now bodies hitting the floor, and there's going to be a whistle and a penalty. So the penalty going against the Knights. And the Broncos going to get a chance to work with it. Going to give it back to Thomas Martin. He's going to outlet to Baskerville. Baskerville nearly had it taken away, and he goes back to Martin. Over there to Kingston, and they're kind of playing catch with their feet right now. Yeah, this one goes out of bounds. So again, most of the action is taking place as we take a look at here. And the body's going to fall right there. Just a slip. Good non-call there. At first I thought maybe Kingston got a body on him. I was thinking maybe a free kick was going to be coming. But upon further review, that was a very good call by the men in blue. Yeah, this one booted the other way. Josh Sheehy called his name a couple of times tonight. One of the captains for this team. Another guy that played for Ryan on the club side. And so many of these players play club. And I mean, you can really play soccer all year around. Ryan Summers, he's been coaching soccer on a volunteer basis for about 10 years, has 3 kids. Got a daughter going to UC Santa Barbara. Turned 21 this year. And he started coaching when his oldest daughter started to play soccer. And really, soccer came late to Coach Summers. He played football and basketball in his prep days. He played soccer on a recreational basis, but then found that that was the game he loved the most. He got coaching certificates and coaching at different places. Was hoping to be an analysis. Hoping to do analysis for college clubs. This one kicked over and knocked away at the last moment. And this one is going to go over the end line. And oh, what a beautiful save and goal right there. Ben Miskowski Lapping making the great save right there. And take another look as this one gets close to the goal. And this one just knocked away at the last minute. Boy, that was really close to giving the Broncos the lead. So how about that? The Broncos making some waves here offensively. Like I said, most of the action has happened down in their end, but the last couple of times it's happened in the Las Lomas end. But Ben able to make that great save. He had a couple of saves earlier, but those kicks were not particularly strong, but that last one, that was a very, very good save. It looked like the Broncos were going to get the lead, and now the play is stopped, and the refs want to talk it over. And they're going to talk it over with the coach right now. Explain to him what happened on that last play. Clock continues to move. Ryan Summers getting an explanation. Here's Ryan. I say, do we have a lip reader up here? But we can't see the lips either. Some fans over here that calling for a delay of game against Northgate. And this one's sent down. Kingston with the header there. Well, the Broncos trying to break out with the ball here. And it looks like they're going to get this one going up the sideline. Here they go, bud. Knocked away at the last moment. Who did that touch last? Looks like it's going to belong to the Broncos. They will throw it in with Wyatt August, number 5, doing the honors. As I said, Kingston able to screen off the Las Lomas Knight, trying to take the ball away from him. Oh, the Knights almost with another chance. Kingston again. He's been really active with the ball here. This end of the floor, end of the field. Up the sideline we go. Oh, his bodies collide. Body hitting the ground. No call. Good body bump right there, and now we are going to have a whistle. So you do get some contact in this sport. There's a certain amount that they will allow, and you can certainly box people out, kind of like in basketball, the way Kingston was doing there earlier against a Knight player. Told you about that Northgate victory over Pitt, 2-1. Northgate lost a lot of seniors to graduation. This group has sort of been learning the speed of the game at the varsity level. How to focus and, bring that intensity every game and all game long, that type of thing. Trying to get acclimated to the varsity level. Been a struggle for Northgate, but boy, this would be the sort of the crown jewel in their cap if they could win this game. And of course, never know what might happen. Just one game into the league season. This is just the second league game for both these clubs. A long way to go in this soccer campaign. Here's looking for some room, and this one knocked away, and this will go out of bounds. Into the 15th minute now. Still scoreless here on the Walnut Creek ball game here. A battle of the creek between Las Lomas and Northgate, these longtime rivals. So that's a win over Pitt. Followed a couple of tough losses to Hayward and Livermore. Nathan Wong going to come into the ball game now. Substitution being made here by the Knights. Also, number 23, Jackson Plant, coming into the ball game for the Knights. This one kicked up there and caught out of the air by Ben, and he'll punt this one away. Good looking kick. Sending this one all the way down into Bronco territory, but it's a 2-on-1 in favor of the Broncos. And now we have another whistle as the flag goes up. Your body hit the ground, and well, it looks like somebody's in a bit of pain over there, trying to get a number there for you. But we've got an injury here on the far side. And grabbing the chin. These guys no strangers to kicking the shins when you play this game. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Kingston battling. Boy, and then didn't initially look like he was hurt, and then kind of went to the ground in a heap in obvious pain. And Tavita will get a chance to kick this one as he goes back to his goalie. Martin sends it down into midfield. Tavita got a piece of that one. Clock motoring along here. Few chances there for the Knights, especially in that first half. A couple of good-looking chances in this second half for the Broncos, but so far, nothing doing on either side. Tavita will drift back with this one, and Kingston will let his goalie pick it up in the box. Tavita goes back to Martin, and now to the other side for the Broncos. Inside the 12th minute, there is a takeaway, but the ball is going to go out of bounds. Good looking takeaway there on the far side. Knights are saying that the ball should belong to them. It actually is going to belong to the Broncos. All right, Tavita send it over here to the side. That's August. Wyatt coming up the field. And now he'll kick this one down into the Knights zone. Ben's got this one. Miskowski lapping. Looking to go somewhere. Now he'll outlet to a teammate. Oh, and unable to stretch for that one. Keep it in play. Robbie Magia was looking to do that, but it went out of bounds on him. Okay, here come the Knights. Got this one in and bumped in away from it very nicely by Wyatt. And to break that fast break up. And this one's going to go past a couple of Knights players and out and over the end line. Boy, they looked like if they had a chance to get to that one. A quick turn, could have got a shot on goal there, but unable to do so. Looking ahead for the Knights. Who they'll be matching up against next. This one down that far side. So tonight against Las Lomas, they'll get Ignacio Valley. That'll be on the 17th. They'll be at YV for that one. This one out of bounds again. And approaching the 9th minute. So following that, they'll get Clayton Valley Charter. That'll be on the 20th at Clayton Valley. So another matchup against a very, very strong opponent for the young Broncos. Still no score. Inside the 9th minute now. This ball game's getting old and still no score. Here come the Broncos now looking for that centering pass, and this one just popped up into the air, and this will go to the side of the goal. So racing there was Josh Sheehy, number 9, and unable to get that pass turned around. Josh has played on top, striker, and really been lights out this year. He'll play the forward positions, has a nose for the goal, and very strong on the ball. That time he was just being harassed by a defender and really could not get that turn-in shot to get the ball centered. This one gonna stay in bounds. Racing down, no offsides call. And there's, had it, looking for someone to pass to. There's the shot, and it's going to be gobbled up in the goal. Nicely played by Martin. That one was not struck very hard. But Thomas able to handle that one pretty easily. Certainly not as demanding as the three that he saved in the first half. But a good-looking chance there anyway by Las Lomas comes up empty, and now another whistle. This one down the sideline. Is that one going to stay in as they race for it? And winning that race. The crowd wants a penalty here. Kind of groan in here, but that was Kingston Tavita winning that race for the ball down in that near corner. Northgate played Archie Williams out in Marin County. Archie Williams, the high school formerly known as Drake High School. And the coaches are friends. Archie Williams, Coach Renee Ayala, and Coach Summers are buddies. They've been trying to get that game together for quite a while, and they finally did this year. We've been talking about the teams meeting up for a while. And now I think they're going to call offsides here. Crowd got really excited there. But no goal. It remains scoreless. Of course, Ryan used to coach Ayala's son, Xavier. And Ryan felt it would be a good challenge for his team. AW is a D3 school, one of the top NCS teams in the area. And they made it into the D2 last year and won the title. And a bulk of their roster is Marin FC's, a very high club level. And they even have a kid committed to Princeton. So Coach Summers has certainly not been shy about taking on some quality talent, quality opponents. Here's a race for the goal. And boy, broken up just initially, and then Martin coming in to scoop it up. But again, a nice play there by Kingston Tavita, racing all the way down, able to break that fast break up just enough. And this game remains scoreless, getting late now, into the 5th minute. Of course, we'll have a little extra time. They start keeping the time on the field, and there is a clean tackle, and now they're going to get a whistle. And Northgate really felt that was a good play. Enzo Sparrow, the senior forward. Now, if he slides down there and gets a piece of the ball first before toppling over the opponent, that is supposed to be clean. Let's take another look at it here. There's Sparrow going for it, and from this angle, it looked like he got the ball first, but the referee's a lot closer to it than I am, and now looked like the guy's getting a bit of a scolding there by the referee. Now a free kick upcoming here for the Knights. Bodies start to gather near the goal. Will this be the one that finally gets home and gets somebody on the board? There it is, headed up and over the crossbar. So the Knights, another opportunity, able to get ahead on that ball right in front of the goal. It just went up and over the crossbar, and the Knights denied again. And now it looks like they're going to come out to get a corner kick. So the Knights going to get a chance to corner this one from the near side. This one coming over, and Martin comes out, gets a piece of that one, sends it the other way. That'll go over the are out of bounds again. And it looks like it's going to be another corner kick, this time from the other side. Looks like Nathan Stern will get a chance at this one. Told you he's been big with those assists, also doing some scoring himself, and he's got it in the goal. And now it's 1-0. And look at the jubilation on the side of the Las Lomas Knights. Right at the 3-minute mark of this second half, they get the game's first goal, and they have the lead. Try to get another look and see who got that one. It was a corner kick from the far side following a corner kick from the near side. And Las Lomas able to cash in. Looks like we've got an injury to one of the Knights players. But take another look. Here comes that corner kick. Let's see who got this one. And getting his foot on it and scoring, trying to catch that number. And there is the first goal of the game. Looks like number 42, and I don't have a 42 on my roster. But the Knights, and there you see it, the Knights in celebratory mood. And coming off the field, injured here is Nathan Stern. Well, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. And now they're going to pull it out. Maybe he's just cramping. Let's hope that's all it is. But how about that? The Knights get the goal. Ibrahim Said getting the goal, number 42. And the Knights are on the scoreboard here. They hit the 2-minute mark, so they'll keep the rest of the time on the field. So Ibrahim Said gets the goal. And he's able to, following that corner kick, able to get just enough of a foot on it to get it past Martin into the goal. And the Knights looking to win their 5th straight. And this would be their 4th shutout in their last 5 games if they're able to hold on to this. They'll keep the time on the field now. And the Broncos can only hope that there's at least enough time for them to get on the board. Broncos got to be in hurry-up mode now, racing down to the corner, see if they can't get a centering pass, and none forthcoming. And now it looks like they're going to be called for a penalty. I believe the whistle blew. He just kicked the ball out of bounds. So Ben, a chance to kick this one away. He just wants to kick this one away from the Knights' goal. So it's been a valiant effort by the Broncos. We told you that they're kind of in that wait till next year type of thing. Rebuilding mode for them. They have played some competitive matches here, and they certainly played a very competitive one here tonight against a very strong opponent. But unfortunately for them, it was the Knights able to come up with a lone goal just moments ago to take the first lead of the game. And will it stand up? Kingston sends this one down to the middle. Oh, a little push in the back, and now another one. Well, that really looked like a penalty there, and I think we are going to get a call. No? Yes, we are. Looked like some physical play there, body hitting the ground. So Ibrahim Saad coming off that corner kick, able to get it in goal. And is that one going to hold up? The waning moments of this game. Broncos in earnest now, coming up the field. Likely got just a few moments to go in this game. Trying to fight for every possession here. Nice slide tackle there to take the ball away, and this one kicked out of bounds. So the Broncos going to get a chance to throw it in here. All right, Tavita. Quickly kicked away again by the Knights. This one across. And now the Knights just send this one way out of bounds. So the Knights, a lot of times in this situation, you don't feel the need to really try to get some offense out of it. You just want to kick the ball away from your goal. So Ibrahim Saad in the last couple of minutes of this game able to get that only goal so far. And now this one's going to go against the Broncos. Pointed the other way. Broncos protesting. Aiden Adler protesting that he was being held onto. The officials not in agreement, however, with Aiden. This one sent down into the Broncos zone. Kingston just kicks this one out of bounds. So Knights will have a chance to throw it in here from the side. A late goal so far, the difference here in this one. Took about 77 minutes to get that first goal, but it's the Knights that were able to get it. Here's one kicked and goal. That's going to score! Make it 2-0 in favor of the Knights, and that one will certainly have put this one to bed. Kai Nato, and he's had a great year scoring goals. He picks up goal number 2 here late in the ball game, and that'll seal it up here for Las Lomas, and they're going to get their 7th win of the season. So in the last couple of minutes, Saad and Nato able to get the goal, and there you see it there. Nato able to kick this one into the goal for the Knights, and Las Lomas jubilant as this one is all but wrapped up. Just a matter of a few more moments here to finish up this game. And that will do it. A late goal by Saad, another late goal by Nato, and the Las Lomas Knights win it by a final score of 2-0. The Broncos very game tonight, but they are unable for the second straight game to score a goal as the Knights finish it off 2-0. The Knights stay hot. They've been pitching shutouts, 4 shutouts in their last 5. They've now won 5 games in a row, picking up their 7th win of the season, and the Knights continue to roll on. Well, that'll do it for us. I'm Anthony Schultz. For everybody here at Walnut Creek TV, I'm saying good night from Las Lomas High School.